Hey cats and kittens, chicks and chickens, it's your buddy Mo Lykit bringing you another episode of Mo's Half-Assed Reviews. In this episode of Mo's Half-Assed Reviews, I'm going to be reviewing the Perth in ranked play. Now, in my opinion, a lot of the other YouTubers haven't given the Perth a whole lot of credit for being a good ship in ranked. I've had the Perth for a while. I've played a lot of games in it. I really enjoy this ship. It's a blast to play. The Perth is essentially an Australian Leander with HE, a touch shorter range, with the Perth's max range on its guns being 12.8, and I think the Leander's like 13.2. But as usual, we're going to run into the port, get up close and personal with Mo Lykit's Perth, how I've got it set up, and showing you how I've got it set up for ranked. It's a pretty ship. I love the camo scheme. I mean, it's such a good looking ship. You can't say it isn't a good looking ship, guys. Look at that thing. But anyway, I'm going to show you how I've got my modules. It's a tier 6, so not a whole lot of choices here. I've got, of course, in my last slot, my rudder shift. I want those wiggles. I want those torp dodges. I want them. Damcon 1, as always, reducing my chance of fire and flooding. And now in this slot, I've got the special upgrade for smoke generator. This allows my smoke to be put out longer, but as you know, with the Perth, it already has a long smoke generator. But with this special upgrade, I've got almost 2 minutes of smoke. And of course, all premium consumables for ranked, every single one. Now, I've got the catapult fighter. A lot of people play with the spotter plane, but I like the catapult fighter. The planes stay up longer. I do not do too well with the angle of the spotting aircraft. I feel like I do better just having the fighters buzzing around. Now here, for my signals, I've got my fire chance. You always want to increase your fire chance. I've got my increase to flooding, so if I get a torp hit, hopefully it's going to cause flooding. Another fire chance signal. I've got my minus 5% to reload time of consumables, so I can get my damage control party back. I've got the speed flag on it. Give myself a little bit more speed flat out. I think it takes up to about 33. These are basics, your detonation flag, and then of course, I've got the minus 10%, to the service cost, but it's tier 6. Now let's take a look at my captain, Mr. Bernard Bell. I've got the fighter upgrade, so I can put up 2 fighters at the time, have 2 fighters circling my Perth while I'm sitting in my 2-minute long smoke. Expert marksman, got to speed up those turrets. I've got the smoke screen expert, which makes the clouds that I set much larger, which, as I'll show you later in the video, are very useful for smoking your team. Demo expert, to offset the addition of IFHE. With the caliber of the guns, the IFHE does help the Perth put out a little extra damage. And of course, concealment. Now, the concealment is one of the Perth's really great strengths. With concealment expert on my captain, I've got my concealment down to 8.6. That's pretty damn good. Well, now we're in a battle here. This is later in the game that I started out the video on. We're just sitting in smoke. We're doing that Perth crawl. You see, the way the smoke comes out of the Perth is it puts out a puff every 10 seconds, and the smoke lasts about 10 seconds. Well, with that special mod, my puffs don't last as long, but I'm kicking out puffs for 1:57, which is a long time. Now, the other problem is once your smoke is up, even with the reload of consumable flag, I'm going to have to wait about 2.5 minutes before I'm going to be able to smoke again. But that's where the concealment expert comes in. With my really low detection, I can easily get out of range, hide, and do some pot shotting, find an island. You love that acceleration to get those torpedo beats right there. The acceleration on all the British ships and this Australian ship is just so much fun. But unfortunately, our destroyer wasn't as fortunate as I, able to dodge those very easily spotted torpedoes. Now I notice I'm the only one in the cap here. I am just trying to hold the cap. That's my team has gone up into those islands to fight the enemy, which is fine, but this ends up being a loss. This is a spoiler alert. But I'm just trying to hold the cap. I'm trying to use the island to block my detection, so I'm not going to take any shots from anybody. I noticed that we lose our other DD, and so I'm heading up here. I knew this Gatey was coming. So now, the Perth does pretty good against destroyers. It does really well against destroyers. Of course, I've got the health. I'm a cruiser. There's no way I should lose this fight. I know he's going to come in. I know he's going to torp me. I know these things are going to happen, so I prepare for it. Now, I hit my brakes knowing as soon as he turns broadside, because I know he's going to launch his torps. I pop my hydro so I can get a warning as soon as they leave, and using that acceleration, I instantly speed up as fast as I can, and you can see I outrun that first set and almost outrun that second set, only taking one torpedo and getting the kill on the destroyer. As I start taking shots, I use his smoke, which is how it goes. But, that's how you play the Perth. That's how you got to do it. Now, in this next section of clips, I'm going to show you how, with the smoke generator expert skill and some, I don't know how you say it, just paying attention to what's going on, this is how you can smoke your team and really bring us to victory. We're over here behind these islands. I'm pretty safe right here. We were in the smoke from the Farragut, but his smoke has left. Now, if you can see by the mini map, I've got most of my team behind me, and they're starting to take shots from the enemy team. I've been just sitting behind this island, trying to pepper these battleships as they're running to their island, and I start to smoke. Now, with the size of the smoke that I'm making, I'm able to cover the team behind me. That's why I decide to sit still instead of, as usual, moving in my smoke. I'm just going to be peppering and peppering and peppering. There's not really much else. This is not a very exciting part of this replay, but I just wanted to show you guys why, if you have a Perth on your team that wants to be a team player, it can be a really, really nasty ship to have to try to deal with. Because you're not going to see it very often. So when you see it, you better take it out. You can see there, I double check to make sure my team is safe behind me in my smoke screen, as I move back just a little bit to make sure everybody's covered. So more than likely, my ships are pretty much safe from enemy fire at this moment. I'm just going to take some shots over the mountains, going to keep peppering, keep peppering, keep peppering. That's what you do as a cruiser. Now in this next instance, you'll see in chat the destroyer says, hey, my smoke is out. Now we've got an Arizona kind of butt rushing, and now our Arizona is exposed. So I'm backing up. I'm going to back that ass up and try to get him covered in smoke so we don't lose anything here. And the Arizona gets one shot at ours, but my smoke comes in, and this Arizona doesn't have a shot at anybody anymore except for the Fuso. You see how he's sitting in that ring? You see the size of the ring I make having that smokescreen expert on the Perth? That is an excellent, excellent captain skill to have on this ship if you want to be a team player. If you want to be selfish, you can go for something else. We're just going to pepper this Arizona. We're going to set them on fire. We're just going to keep hitting them. That IFHE, I'm putting in some good salvos of HE into them. And I'm just going to sit here and generate smoke and keep my Arizona safe, because that's what I want to do. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. I've had a rough season so far, but I've made it up to rank 9. So far, so good. I was thinking about torping, but that Fuso, if he lives, I had a danger of hitting him, and I didn't want to do that. I want to try to kill this guy before he gets the Fuso, but unfortunately, That just doesn't happen. And you can see we get the kill on the Arizona at the exact same time. Oh, the poor Fuso dies. Perth is fun. Perth is so much fun. Well, Mo, you've shown us how the Perth can camp islands. How does the Perth do against other ships? Well, I'm glad you asked, because Mo Lykit's going to show you. Now, in another game here, I've got a DeGrasse. I have this ship. I like the DeGrasse. But he's been up here. He's all alone. He's isolated. And I figure I can take him. I can take him. Why not? Especially when the guy does the stupidity of the world and gives me a broadside. Now you're going to see the Perth's AP in work. Now he is perfectly broadside. I switch to that AP and start, bam, Citadel, Citadel. I'm just eating him alive. Now I slowed down, I sped up. I'm trying to throw his shots off as best I can. More Citadels. He's screwed and he knows it, so he turns away. I give him another Citadel. I switch to HE and throw out one more shot, and we get a little lag there, but hey, I got the kill. Now, I had a buddy in this game by the name of Stormbringer86, and he even mentioned earlier in the game, hey, how come I'm never in one of your YouTube videos, Mo? And I promised him, I even sent him a message after this game, and I said, hey, Storm, you made it into a YouTube video. Unfortunately, it's not a nice thing. But here we go. We've got Stormbringer here, and he is in his Fuso, and we are battling and brawling and brawling and battling. This has been a really close game. So I'm taking shots at old Stormbringer. I get spotted. I pop my smoke. And I'm going to take some shots because I was spotted. So they have a pretty good idea of where I was. And they're all focusing the crap out of me. They know I'm dangerous. They know I'm going to disappear. Stormbringer takes some shots. Everybody's shooting into my smoke. But you know what? They don't have a lock on me anymore. So their shots are not going to have any kind of bonus or anything like that. They're just not going to, they don't have as good of a chance to hit me as if they had me fully spotted, obviously. Now, I'm setting him on fire. I'm spamming him with HE. Doing what cruisers do. I've got my Perth crawl on. I call it the Perth crawl. You just go quarter speed with your smoke running, and you can constantly move and be covered in smoke. This is one hell of an advantage, as you'll notice the shots coming in. You'll see torps coming in. See, I hit my hydro. I knew there were torps coming, but where are those torps aimed? Those torps are aimed where my smoke was, not where my smoke is. And you will continue to see a few more shots coming in behind me because they're used to shooting in the smoke and used to things sitting still in smoke. So with this quarter speed little crawl, as Stormbringer takes another wild shot at me, and yeah, sorry Storm, you didn't get me, buddy. You didn't get me. It was a good try though. I decide to send some torps his way. I'm trying to get the kill, trying to get him dead. I didn't lead him enough. And again, you see these torps coming in behind me? They're going where my smoke was, not where my smoke is. That is one hell of a beautiful part of the Perth. Now my smoke's about to die, so this is bad, but I see this Leander that's kill secure ready. So of course I'm gonna go for a kill secure on this Leander. You have to, right? And we're gonna see this Leander in a second because, oh my god, the funniest shit in the world. You just gotta see this shit. So I hit him, and he's hurt. He's hurt. He's really hurt. Oh my god, I love this guy so much. This is the greatest guy ever. I realize I'm a little too broadside to this Bidyoni out here, so I immediately start turning into angle, and I realize that I do not want to be in a brawl with this Bidyoni at range, so I'm going to fall off detection. And this is where I'm talking about that 8.6 kilometer detection. He can't see me anymore. So all I got to do is just sail away. And I'm sailing back towards their cap. I'm going to head back towards their cap. I think it'd be a good time right now to go for a cap, because they've all run away. This was a tight game, guys. This was a rough game. But it was tight, and I just love tight games. And this little Leander pipes up in chat, I'm still alive at the moment he pops up, and I take some shots. Oh, I mean, he pipes up in chat, I'm still alive. Just as he pops up, I take some shots over the hill and take him out. Kill secure. You got it. Oh my god, it was just perfect timing. I mean, I guess it's not as funny for y'all as it was for me at the time, but hey, we're going to skip to the end of this one, and this was a brawl, guys. This was one hell of a brawl. Now, we are in their cap. We've capped both of the caps. We are fighting these last couple guys here, trying to get it done. I have my hydro going. This guy right here, I had these torpedoes spotted forever before this guy. There's no reason this guy couldn't have dodged these torpedoes, but he eats one. I use my acceleration, the lovely acceleration that the British and the Perth enjoy, and I can just hit the gas and swing right around those torps, looping around so that my smoke still covers me, and take my shots. We've got to get this kill. We've got to get it over. It's just me and a DD versus a DD and a cruiser. So it's a very close game, very fair. And luckily, my fighters are keeping this guy spotted. I'm able to continue to take some shots. I've got one more shot in me before he's going to slip behind that island. I've got to get a good shot in. I line it up. Bingo! Ha ha! Woo! And that was a win. What a win. What a win. You've got to love the Perth. I can't say enough nice things about the Perth. Now, these are my stats in ranked thus far this season with the Perth. I've got 21 games in. I am 14-7 with a fairly good survival rate. 67% victories. I'm averaging 1,662 experience. My best 3 kills. I got a 1.7 destruction ratio. Averaging mid-40s damage-wise. I mean, you can see what I'm doing. This ship is good. It is a dark horse. It is going to perform if you play it with its strengths. Its weaknesses are definitely AA. It's got crap AA. If a CV is in the game and he decides he's going to take you out, oh buddy, he's going to take you out. There's not much you're going to be able to do about it except use your speed and your acceleration, your speed, your wiggles to dodge those incoming torps and dive bombers and do your best. But you're not going to be melting any squadrons. You'll get 1 or 2 planes every now and again. That's another reason why I like to use the fighters, because the AA is so terrible. You know, just looking at these, you know, you'll see a consistency. Now, I didn't screenshot every single game I've played, obviously. I just gave you, you know, a loss and a few wins. What I had, I've just forgotten to screenshot of most of them. But you'll see most of these, like I said, they're very consistent. 50, 60K damage, a kill, a cap. You've got to work hard for your team. You've got to do the right thing for your team. That's what's going to win you games, is consistency. Helping your team out, working the objectives, no YOLO, don't panic. It's a 20-minute game, guys. If you get down at the beginning, don't panic. Don't start making bad choices, throwing yourself, you know, right at the enemy team for no frickin' reason. Just take it easy, work as a team, overcome those obstacles, and you can win the game every time. This has been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's a longer video than I'm used to making, but anyway, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I need those subscribers. Doing a ship giveaway at 100. At the making of this video, I'm at 61, so we're on the downhill slide to 100, guys. This is Mo Lykit saying nothing but love from me to you. Take care of yourselves and others. I hope to see you on the seas, and as always, we're going to talk to you soon.